A modern take on cultural relevance.
Culture is not static. Culture is dynamic, it grows, you see. It's like a fire. A fire, in order for the fire to keep on burning and giving light and heat, somebody has to be putting firewood, new firewood. And the culture is like that. So generations comes and goes. And each generation puts its own firewood on the fire, and the fire is the culture.
A respected elder from one of the most recognized culturally distinct tribes in Africa, determined to help his people adapt intact to the 21st century. This week on African Voices, we talk to Maasai social development activist Martin Saning'o Karioni. Martin Saning'o Karioni is a Maasai elder, proud of his people and their traditions. Aware of the precarious position his tribe finds itself in, Karioni has made it his life's work to help his people adapt to a changing world. He started the organization for Olkaniri Pastoralist Advancement, a community-based venture company formed initially as an action group to protect the land rights of the Maasai in northern Tanzania. Being traditional pastoralists with a nomadic bent, land is important to the Maasai.
Yeah, the Maasai are people of the cattle. We originated from the north of Africa, that's Cairo. Actually, it is believed that we are a branch of breakaway Jewish people, many centuries ago. Because even some of the Maasai cultures, like the use of honey and milk to bless, is in our culture. Also the use of blood. Blood is like a sacred thing in Maasai culture. So we originated from the north of Africa. Then many centuries ago, our ancestors and our ancestors trekked down along the Nile River to Sudan, northern Kenya, and then end up in Tanzania. And we speak the Ma language, so that's the origin of the Maasai. Actually, we are Ma-speaking people. We live out of livestock, that's cattle, sheep, and goat, and the main diet is milk. Often you find milk in almost every Maasai meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner. Meat is an occasional kind of a diet, but it's actually it's a prestigious kind of a diet because often there are regular retreat times where the young Maasai Morans or warriors goes to the bush to eat milk and make their bodies strong, ready for fighting or to defend the community, defend the cattle, and so forth. The Maasai culture is very strong. And within the Maasai people, the clan system is very strong. So each Maasai has actually a clan. So we are actually set up in an age group system. And that was designed to make sure that each Maasai person will not sleep hungry. So wherever you go, you ask, where is my age group? And they will show you their houses, their settlement, and then you go there and they will make sure that you have a place to sleep, you have something to eat, and so forth. So that the clan system ties the Maasai very closely together, and the age system.
Though their culture is strong, the Maasai are struggling to maintain their lifestyle.
It is difficult, and I must admit that since Tanzania got independence, there has been a lot of pressure to the Maasai people to change, and especially to settle, because as you know, the Maasai are people of the cattle, and they occasionally, according to the season, move from one area to another in search of grass and water for their livestock. So they have to move, and that has been built as part of the culture and the survival way of life. And the Maasai way of life has been painted as a primitive way of life, But according to us, it was an existing strategy, both for the livestock to continue to survive, but also to keep our land safe. Because if you graze cattle in one single area, within no time it will be degraded. So it's a way of environmental protection. It was a way of surviving for the livestock and people, and that has been very difficult. But traditionally and naturally, it has proven to be the best way to keep the dry lands. Protecting the environment, protecting the people's life and the wildlife and the livestock together.
Next, Karioni realizes that something has to be done to save his people and their way of life.
And actually, this organization, this social program was started actually to address issues of land rights. Because during those years, around 25 years ago, people start to rush into Maasai land to take big chunks of land.